Peace and blessings. I'm here to talk about how diet is often a gateway to self. And what I mean by that is when you're evolving in your diet, you often go and see what is inside of yourself. You experience all of the things that you have been putting into yourself, whether it's negative outlooks on life, whether it's been negative and low vibrational food, or just the surroundings. You experience things on the inside as well as the outside. And I'm definitely supportive of raw food and vegan lifestyle. For me, being a vegan has been the best lifestyle choice so far. I have so much evolving to do. I'm always thinking that I can go even higher. I often dream about being able to fly, leaving my light body. But as far as being in this earth realm and this physical body and having a sense of control, it has definitely been through diet for me. When I first became a vegetarian, I was 17, and what happened is I used to cook food for my sister and I when I come home from school, since we'd often be together and I would have to watch her while Mom's was at work. And one day I'm frying up some chicken and I'm looking at it and it's in the skillet with all the grease and it's popping and blood is coming forth. I'm just like, man, fuck this. I don't want to be cooking this shit anymore. I don't want to eat this shit anymore. And I was just like, I'm eating flesh. Like this leg right here, this wing was on a chicken, and I wasn't okay with it. And Thanksgiving rolls around that same year, and I was just like, I don't want any turkey either. So the only thing I was pretty much eating was fish, and I loved fish. My whole family loved lobster, crab, shrimp, oysters, mussels, all of that. And I was like, oh, I love fish. I'm not ready to give it up yet. I knew that I would, but I wasn't ready at the time. But eventually, I think about the next year, I was like, I'm ready to give it up. And I was like, universe, I want to come into situations that will force me to give up fish. That's what I had to do, because I wasn't ready to give it up cold turkey like I did chicken and turkey. Beef, we stopped eating beef years ago when my mom got us hip to that mad cow disease when we were kids. We were like 7 years old, and she's like, yo, we gotta stop eating this beef. It's mad cow disease out there. They feeding they feeding cows to other cows. They tripping, they serving it to y'all. You eating it in your McDonald's, Whack Arnold's hamburgers. And I was just like, alright. So I'd have no problem with that. And pork, you could forget about it. We did not eat pork. Hell no. But what happened was, with the fish thing, 2 separate occasions over the span of like 3 months. The first time I went to the Cheesecake Factory and had this salmon dish, and it tore my stomach up. If I could look within myself, that did not digest. Like it was in my stomach or my body was having the juices going, trying to chop it up, and it was like it's going down, but the salmon and the sauce, it was just like coming back up, and that's the best way I can explain it. It was still inside my body, but it was just like pushing up. It was like wrathful. I don't know how to explain it, but I was just like, oh my god, like this must be one of my signs. So I wanted to test myself again. I have a moon in Scorpio, and I'm often testing my psychic, my intuitive, my regenerative powers. I'm constantly testing my powers like this. And I went to this lounge, Del Mar Lounge, in the Loop area where I work, and I had this shrimp po' boy. Yo, no, it was a wrap for me. I was on the ground when I got home. I was on the floor. I had a trash can. I was at my boyfriend's apartment at the time, and I was just like, oh snap, I wish I would have never ate this. I tried to induce vomiting. Nothing was happening. It was not coming up. It was like, you wanted to test yourself? Well, here it is. I was on the floor all night long. I was like, no, no, no. What was I drinking? I was drinking tons of water trying to get it to come up. I even went to the bathroom and stuck my finger down my throat trying to get it to come up. I never make myself throw up food. You know, I don't have an eating disorder or anything. And it was not coming up. It was in my stomach all night. I was praying. I was like, can you please, I need the inner goddess, whoever, to get this out of my body, because it was making me so sick. Like, have you ever had a stomach ache that was so terrible that you just wanted to throw up? It was like the nastiest indigestion you ever had. It was belching. It tasted like vomit, but it was not coming up. I don't know what was up with that, but I was done with it since then. When I see fish now, I'm like, yeah, I have memories of when this used to taste good, but I'm like, no. As far as I've come, I do not want flesh food in my body. The benefits of being a vegan, I feel more hydrated. I drink alkaline water. My morning regimen, upon waking, drinking a tall glass of alkaline water and usually a fresh fruit smoothie. In the wintertime, I'll have oatmeal porridge. You know, I'll blend it up with some apples, some cinnamon, some raisins, some raw agave. I love the coconut nectar. I use that a lot. The raw organic coconut nectar is amazing. But yeah, I usually have a fresh fruit smoothie until lunchtime. What else? I just had a baby 4 months ago, so I have not had my menstrual cycle return since I'm nursing. I'm gonna nurse until my son grows teeth, so whenever he grows it, anytime between this year and next year when he turns 2. But my periods were much shorter. Even when I was eating meat, I never had nasty periods. Like, my periods would be dark. The blood was toxic, definitely, because I had a terrible diet when it wasn't so much meat. I didn't eat a ton of meat when I was not a vegetarian. I ate a lot of sweets. I was addicted to sugar. I still like sweets to this day, but I do not eat nearly as much sweets, like candy, cookies, chips, like, no. But I used to eat candy bars. I'd wake up in the morning and eat a Snickers and then go to school. Like, I can't believe that shit. Like, that's terrible. And I used to, like many women, crave